Hello everyone, this is Dr. Colin Zhu. I am here on location at Huron, Ohio at the Chef's Garden, and we'll be taking a tour. We'll be asking some questions and seeing what all these veggies are growing, what they're doing with them, and how they're farming, and it's gonna be fun. So come on with me, and thank you for joining in.
So I'm Dr. Amy Sapola. I'm Director of Pharmacy with an F here at the Chef's Garden.
With an F, I love it.
And I'm Valerie Christian. I'm assistant to the CMO at the Chef's Garden.
All right, excellent. So this is more of like to the public, just kind of like, hey, welcome, and this is what we have on, display. And
we see this space is really where people can come check out the Chef's Garden. You get to come see the farm a little bit. Come and see like all of the beautiful things that we have to offer for the season. Mm-hmm. Everything we have available is seasonal. Most of it's grown on the farm. Really a fun, energetic place. That's what everyone talks about, the energy when they're here too, because people are so excited. We have people driving from hours away to come visit the farm, and it's just so much fun.
Have you had any international people come over?
Yeah, so we have quite a few international guests. This weekend, I had a lady and her daughter from Germany who were here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we have people from all around the world, and we have chefs as well from all around the world.
Yeah, I would imagine. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like heirloom
tomatoes. We do all sorts of shapes and sizes, and these beautiful green ones. Some of my favorites, which I don't see. Oh yes, there we go. These are a huckleberry tomato.
Huckleberry.
They're so good. They have, they're just like a really sweet little tomato, almost like a blueberry, just really tasty. Super high in anthocyanins, of course, because they're that really deep dark color. So
I love it.
Brown cherries too.
Yeah, these are ground cherries, or they're also called tomatillos. And you peel the little wrapper on them off, and it tastes like pineapple.
Nice,
so very
nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Always good for salsa. So.
Yes, I made
absolutely
brown cherry pie with them even before, because
really
you actually can't eat them until they fall on the ground.
Okay.
Where they get their name, so they're not ready to eat till they're on the ground. You pick them off the ground, open them up, super sweet. Really
nice.
Good. You can see like squash with blossom.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those little tiny squash with the blossoms still attached. It's something you don't always see, and then this is just the regular squash blossoms. We also have a lot of different herbs, and then some of our herbal mixes with the microgreens. So these are great. The antioxidant signature blend, again, is a lot of the brassica vegetables.
I love it.
So really high in sulforaphane. We always recommend having those raw and chewing them well, and that has the microRNAs in there, activate the sulforaphane and get the most benefit that way. So again, this is super picked over right now. Usually it's like stocked full.
And part of these, or I think all of them, they kind of go into your vegetable boxes, right? That you send to.
Yes. So you'll see our packing area, but that's where we bring in our produce, harvested at the peak of freshness. It gets packed up and shipped overnight to someone's home. So it's a really amazing way to get the most nutrient density right to the consumer with very little time in between. Usually it's a day or two from the time it's picked to the time it's at your doorstep.
Nice, nice, nice.
Even if a chef and/or home delivery, we hope if they have their order in by 10 a.m. in the morning. The pick sheets start as early as 4 a.m. and our guys are harvesting as early as they can get them harvested. They get into the packing area where they're dipped and trimmed and washed and packed in our containers like this, and then put with boxes and liners and ice, depending on what part of the country we're sending them on, and then they go out that evening.
How do you determine, whether to, put them with ice or not?
They all go with ice. It's just how much ice, and we'll show you when we're in packing, but every day they print out kind of a map of the U.S.
Yeah.
And it shows the temperature. So the packers will look at the temperature range of where they're sending the box, and it helps them determine how many packs of ice to put in there.
Gotcha. I didn't know whether there was like a certain mile radius that you set it to.
I know. That's
all across the nation in 17 countries. So
gotcha.
And they're amazing and sometimes they know if they're going to Florida, they have to pack more ice, and if they miss a delivery, like not on our end, but one of the shipping companies misses a delivery, sometimes the box will be warm and the people will have to get a refund and will have to be shipped.
Yeah. So the home delivery boxes, are they a product of the pandemic, or has that started before that as well?
Yeah, so there was a little bit of that beforehand, but really it was a product of the pandemic. So when things shut down, specifically restaurants shut down during the pandemic, we went from full normal operation and having full greenhouses ready and fields ready of, vegetables to go. And all of a sudden, 90% of our business went away pretty much in 3 days. So it was a very quick pivot to develop a home delivery program and get shipping to consumers. And luckily, a lot of chefs, were kind enough to share what we were doing. And we had a lot of people really step up and order boxes and help us get through that very, very difficult time. So, and it's something.
Rachel Ray ordered a lot of boxes and sent them on to friends and family, and is a good friend of Farmer Lee. But those types of people who were in the giving mode and knew there were areas, there was a group in Cleveland that needed, some food sustenance because they had lower income people without jobs during COVID. So we shipped to them, and then they could pass it out to those in need. So that's a really good program we have too. If you want to buy a box and then buy a second box and have it given to some place that's a, entity that wants to give to those in need, we can do that as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm thinking of like food access to different parts of the country that don't have, great, I guess, proximity or just reach, right? And for them to be able to find this out, I think that's the trick, right? Once you find it out, then you can, connect the dots and connect that access. So, but I'm glad that you guys have been established long enough that, we just need the reach to continue.
Yes, exactly. For example, simply this is like a succotash, like a summer succotash, but based on the ingredients that are in the box, we'll include recipes to go along with it. So that way, we're not only providing amazing vegetables, but also some ideas. We have recipes on our blog